Hello everyone. Welcome to Confessions Jury, where people put themselves on the spot, waiting for your judgment. Sit comfortably and listen carefully, as you're about to hear today's cases. You hold the hammer and you apply the law. Let us have your verdict down in the comments section. As always, don't forget to subscribe and like the video. Let's head on to our first case. Case 1. Sister-in-law is bitter her ex proposed to me, and this got her banned from our family. Am I the bad person for this? With update. This may be a little confusing, but I will try to make it as clear as possible. My 27F fiance's ex is now my older brother's wife. So my SIL. To make it less confusing, my fiance is George, my brother is David, and my SIL is Ella. George, 38M, briefly dated Ella, 34F, 4 years ago. Ella wanted to get married and have kids, but George did not want this with her. He was also having a lot of issues back then, partying, doing drugs, and not being the most reliable person. They dated for 6 months, and everything ended in drama because Ella was not able to make George want to settle with her. Soon after their breakup, she met my brother, and they got married 6 to 7 months after. So yeah, they moved really fast, and basically Ella dated her ex, broke up with him, met my brother, and got married to him. Everything in only 1 year and a couple of months. I met George 2 years ago, and at that time Ella was already married to my bro. Back then I had no idea that George was Ella's ex. When George started to feel attracted to me, he changed completely. He quit drinking and doing drugs. He has been sober ever since. Started going to therapy and overall became a new person. He did this because he wanted to change, and I have been with him during his entire healing journey. I am very proud of him, and we have a healthy and amazing relationship. Even if Ella was already married to my brother, she was furious when she found out I was dating George and that he was serious with me. She was so cruel and said a lot of nasty lies. She used to tell everyone that George was grooming me. I was 25 when we became a thing, and he was 36. This is not grooming FFS. She lied that George was abusing me, trying to get me to become an addict like him, and many other things. This ruined my relationship with my brother because he never did anything to make her stop. George and I announced our engagement to my family last week during my dad's birthday. My parents were happy for us, but Ella said it must be nice to be the one to get the ring after someone else struggled to fix him. Again, no reaction from my brother as usual. My parents told her to stop, but I just snapped and told her something along the lines. He fixed himself, you POS. And yes, it is nice to know I will be married to the man I love more than anything, and who loves me the same. But how is it for you knowing that no one else except my idiot brother ever wanted to marry you? Does it feel nice? My parents kicked him out after this. They told her that everybody had enough of her BS. She is insane because Altog being married. She is still bitter over the fact that her ex did not want her. She is officially banned from every family event, and my brother is now blaming me. So, am I the bad person in this situation? I don't think I am, honestly, but I want to also hear some unbiased perspective. Update. Yesterday I contacted my brother and asked him to meet me for coffee. It was only the two of us, and I think it was the first time I have opened my heart like this in front of him. I started off by apologizing for him being caught in the middle, but I told him I will never apologize or be sorry for loving George. I was honest and told him how much this situation has been affecting me. My brother is the same age as my fiancé, so he is 11 years older than me. During our childhood, he was my protector, the person I looked up to. Due to our age difference, we never really had many activities in common, and I could not wait for the moment I grow up, so I can get to share more with my brother as adults. But I did not get the chance to do this because of Ella. David would always teach me to value myself, to choose people who treat me right and make me happy. However, I am not able to share my happiness with him anymore. I understand why he would wish I never met George, but it still hurts knowing that your brother somehow resents the source of your happiness. David would always defend me when I was younger, even in front of our parents. When I was 15, I was experimenting with makeup, and it looked bad, really bad. During a family function, one of our uncles got drunk and told me to stop using makeup because I was too young to look like a hooker. David got mad and kicked him out for offending his sister. This is the kind of brother he used to be, and to now see how he stays aside and allows his wife to be offensive and cruel, it's really hurtful. I do not care that she is like that towards me. I don't like Ella at all, and I could easily ignore her. But what gets to me the most is she constantly trying to belittle and humiliate my future husband. I have lived with this man for 2 years. I have shared so many things with him during this time, and I am certain I know better what kind of man he is. I know how hard it was for him to heal all his trauma. I know how hard he worked day by day to become the best version of himself. I know how much he loves me, protects me, supports me, and I simply lose it when I hear her crap and how she is constantly trying to bring him down. Yes, I go bear mode when he is involved, as someone told me in the comments, but I don't care. I will not allow any of my family members to abuse the person I love. I may have tolerated things for my brother's sake, but I will never be quiet in front of his B****** H of a wife. I told my brother that I love him, and I will always cherish the memories I have with him, but we cannot go on like this. I understand he is a victim, and I am ready to do anything for him if he is willing to accept that his marriage is not good, that Ella is not a good woman, and is abusing him. I cannot force him to divorce her, because this has to be his choice, but I told him I will accept his decision no matter what that is. He will always be my brother, but George is my family now. We plan on having kids in the near future, and there is no way in hell I will ever allow his lunatic of a wife to be near my kids. I also refuse to subject George to the abuse. We tried. We thought that this rough period will eventually pass, and that everything will be okay, but unfortunately Ella became more and more bitter and disgusting. We will still see my parents, but I am standing my ground, and will not go to their house if she is present. David and I cried a lot, and for the first time in many years I felt like I had my brother back. He apologized over and over again, and explained a lot of things to me, which gave me the chance to understand him better. But at the same time I am so angry that I had no idea what was happening to my brother. Some people said that David was a rebound for Ella, but it seems they were both a rebound for the other. What made them marry so fast was the age pressure. My brother was feeling like it was very hard to connect with someone, and the prospect of being able to have a family of his own seemed very far away, until Ella came and offered him the possibility to have exactly what he wanted without too much struggle. So yeah, in the end I guess we are all some messed up people in a way or another. I don't know what's going to happen. David said he plans to take some time, go away alone for a couple of days, and think what he wants to do. But he said that when he'll be back, he wants to have a chat with George to apologize to him as well for everything that has happened. My brother knows that everything Ella says is false. He said everyone is able to see how much George loves me, and that we make a great couple, and there are times when he wished to also have something like this in his life. He told me he is proud of the woman I have become, and that no matter what happens, I will always be his little sister. After this I went home and cried some more with George besides me. I have tried to play strong and denied myself to feel hurt for so long that yesterday I have finally exploded. But it was good because now I feel better. What do you guys think? Lay down your ruling in the comment section, and let's move on to our next story. Case 2. Am I the bad person for refusing to help my ex-wife after our son decided to live with me full-time? I recently got full custody of my son, and my ex-wife is furious about it. We divorced when he was 10, and initially, we had a 50-50 custody arrangement. I've always tried to be fair, but over the past few years, our son has grown increasingly distant from his mom. A big part of it is that my ex has some pretty strict rules. I get that she's trying to raise him right, but things like grounding him for a month over a single bad grade or taking away his phone for minor issues just felt excessive. Meanwhile, I've always focused more on communication and understanding his perspective, which he seems to respond to better. About 6 months ago, my son came to me and asked if he could live with me full-time. He said he felt like he couldn't breathe at his mom's house, and that he dreaded the days he had to go back there. He even said that he didn't feel like he could talk to her without getting yelled at. After talking it over with him and thinking about what was best, I decided to support his decision. We went through the legal process, and my ex fought it hard. She accused me of trying to alienate her, but the court ruled in our favor, and now he lives with me full-time. I still encourage him to visit her, but so far, he's only seen her a handful of times since the decision. Now, my ex is reaching out to me asking for help because she says she's struggling emotionally and financially. She wants me to convince our son to spend more time with her, And she's even hinted that she needs money to cover expenses since she no longer receives child support. I feel for her, but I don't think it's my responsibility to step in here. I'm already covering all the costs of raising our son, and I don't want to force him into a situation he clearly doesn't want. I've tried to suggest therapy for them both, but she's refused, insisting that this is something I caused and need to fix. She's now telling our mutual friends and family that I'm being cruel by abandoning her in her time of need. Some of them are taking her side, saying that I should do more to help her get back on her feet, especially financially. But I honestly don't think that's my problem anymore. You've sat down, you've listened. Now, it's time to state your ruling. What is it going to be? Let us have it down in the comments section down below. Thank you for watching. Please like this video if you enjoyed it and subscribe for more cases like these. In life, we may run, but we can never hide from true justice. Stay safe, everyone.